I know I done said a lot of stories, but this episode, I don't have no stories to tell. This time, I have people that want to get some shit out they chest. So y'all ready? Let's go! Welcome back to Realistically Speaking with KB. I'm your host, and this time I'm not gonna talk about my knee because I know you guys are over it. But today I'm gonna talk about addiction. 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 A topic that nobody likes to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But according to Google, addiction is a condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity, right? But let me tell you the hood meaning, or KB's version. It means you gonna do whatever you want to do, and don't worry about the consequence later. Okay? We all do that, right? Right. But again, addiction is just not alcohol and drugs. Okay? It's 2023, people. It's not just that. Addiction is work, sex, social media, gambling, shopping, people, video games, marijuana. Yes, you most definitely can be addicted to marijuana, and I will better explain. Now again, addiction could be good or bad. Now, when I say good, meaning when you exercising to stay fit. But they do have people that do it to the extreme to where you work out so much your body gonna shut down. Like, okay, yeah, you want to look good, but your body also needs to rest. And then people, these crazy people, they be killing these people because they are addicted to them. Yes, that's real. People can be addicted to people. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry I had to. Because I need y'all to understand that people will get their phone before they even thank the God for waking them up this morning. That's the God and the truth. And y'all know if I'm lying, pigs flying. And they ain't flying around here lately. And then on top of that, they have people who will work all day, every day. And I have no type of social life. Like, you crazy. I mean, I love working, but I don't love working like that to where I'm addicted to it. Funny story. I was addicted to a guy that was addicted to gambling. And this boy will gamble all day, every day. I mean, as soon as he got paid, he went straight to the boat. And I'm like, dude, you really spending your money gambling it because you don't know what the odds of you winning or losing, and you really want to take that risk? Like, but we didn't break up because of his gambling situation. But it's just crazy that I actually dealt with somebody that was addicted to it. Now, my partner, she's addicted, and she's going to better explain later on in this episode. But I have an addiction as well, because everyone has an addiction. But my addiction is shopping and stress eating. When I found out, when I injured my knee, I just ate all the time. And the 20 pounds that I lost, I gained those 20 pounds back because I didn't know what was wrong with my knee. So all I did was just stress eat. And that is a form of addiction. And then as far as my shopping, before I even injured my knee, I would just go shopping just because. Or, well, let me better explain. If me and my partner got into it, I'll just go shopping because that just made me happy. You know, I'm just picking up on shit, knowing I ain't got the money. I'm gonna suffer the consequence later. Who cares? But now, how I cope with all this, I do podcasting. I feel like this is my form of therapy. I am searching for a therapist to speak about this because I don't be having that type of money to be just going shopping. Like, I ain't about to sit up here and stun like I got it because I don't have it. And they have people who like that don't have it. And they have people who out there that really have an addiction and don't know how to handle it. But hey, we gonna get through it. And I got people that want to talk about it. So, I'm about to tell y'all what I'm sipping on. And this time, it ain't wine. Okay, y'all. So this time I didn't get any wine. I have the Cayman's Jack Margarita. It has 5.8% alcohol in it. And I have the original kind. But it does come in flavors. And again, I got this from my local corner store because I couldn't get to the wine store. Okay, so like I said, I have two special guests, and they came on the show to actually say and talk about their addiction. Because like I said, it's real. People don't like talking about it, but these two came to talk about it. And today, I have my partner who's stunning me out on the other episode, the relationships, and her sister. So my partner name is
April.
And her sister name is Asha.
Asha.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So tell the people about yourselves. Who's going to go first?
You.
Okay, so Asha here. Born and raised in Louisiana. I have 2 children, and I work for technical support. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
I am April, born up north, raised in the south. Currently a worker at getting my life together, one day at a time. And here we are. Here we are.
Okay, so basically I will let y'all know that April came up with this episode, addiction. She was like, hey, babe, I feel like, put me on that bitch and, let me talk about my addiction or whatever. And, she actually included her sister. And I asked, and, they both were cool with it. So, because a lot of people don't like talking about it. And I do want to say that my partner, friend, just recently passed.
Yes.
And it's just so fucking weird and how the world works because I already had this episode set in stone before she even passed. You see what I'm saying? And, it's just weird that how we're actually talking about it after, her death.
Right.
And so I just want them to just talk about their addiction. I'm going to ask them a couple of questions. I'm trying to build my interviewing skills up. You know what I'm saying? So, to y'all, what is an addiction to y'all? What y'all think it is?
I'll let you go first and then I'll
What is addiction to me?
Yeah.
Addiction to me is something that takes you away from all the pain that you feel. I feel like addiction is something that you you
cling?
hold on, cling onto. Because the reality that you live is just too much. So you have to escape it in some way. So you get addicted to something that makes you feel good. Sometimes addiction can present itself in different ways. It can present itself in food. People are addicted to food. People are addicted to their phone. I mean, they're addicted so many different
ways.
ways. But it's all the same thing,
Right.
an escape from their reality.
I like that answer.
Yeah, I could chime in on that. As soon as I wake up in the morning, before I brush my teeth or anything, I'm in the bed on social media scrolling and
Don't be sharing my shit, but it's okay.
whatever. Just scrolling out of boredom and also to keep my mind off of things that are probably bothering me or things that I don't want to think about. So I'm into everybody else's business.
Yeah.
Just an example.
Good answers. Good answers, guys. Good answers. Okay, so what are y'all addicted to?
I'm addicted to alcohol.
April here. I'm addicted to alcohol and pain meds. Perkies, Narcos,
Perk 30.
Lortab,
Perky 30.
Pop the Perk 30.
Perk 30. Perk 60.
Yeah. And I've been addicted to alcohol since my 20s. I'm about to be 34 this year. And I want to say I was addicted to pain meds. I don't know, maybe like 6-7 years. So it's been a while. It's been a while.
So y'all both said that y'all both addicted to drinking. Where do y'all get that from?
Well, I would like to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Because actually, addiction, especially alcoholism, is biologically passed on.
True.
It is.
True.
And so my mom was addicted to alcohol, and her mom was addicted to alcohol.
Oh.
And her mom actually passed away from alcohol. My dad was addicted to alcohol, but he ended up shaking it. But so it almost made it seem that I was born perfectly to be an alcoholic. Like honestly, because they were both they both had addictions. And that's a biological thing that happens. And it was almost like I was just the perfect candidate. I just was born. And now I drank alcohol. And normal people, they drink alcohol and they're like, okay, yeah, we're having fun with our friends. And there's some people who are biologically, basically, kind of in the standpoint of on the line of being an alcoholic because that's in your DNA, your genetics.
Right.
And so they can just drink. People who are not like that can just drink and have a good time. Right. But for me, I became addicted to that feeling. And it was kind of already made for me before I even drank alcohol.
Wow. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I slightly disagree with the biological thing, even though me and you got into it before.
Science thing.
Yeah, the whole science thing about it. I did do a little research on it, and I did read that it is a genetic thing, but in my mind, I think the reason why I'm addicted to it is because I was exposed to it when I was growing up, and it was like just a part of my childhood. It's just what happened. It was everywhere that I looked around. Everybody was drinking.
Right.
So I thought it was, like a normal thing. Yeah. I didn't know it was a negative thing until I got older and realized that I have a problem. I didn't think it was a problem in the beginning.
Right.
Yes. Me neither. Me neither. I thought for a long time that me drinking every single day was justified. It was because I was going to this club, and I was going to this event, and I was going to this party. And then when you think about it, I was doing that every single day. Wow. So it was like, I'm going to this party, I'm going to this club, I'm going to this, and like, I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm drinking, because I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Now, Asha, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Now, you 29. And when did you, like, first started drinking?
Your first sip.
Yeah.
My first drink I ever drank was when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
And I didn't like it. I drank it and I threw up.
What was it?
I was with friends, and they were older than me actually, and so they were more experienced in drinking, and I wasn't, and so I was kind of a newbie, and so I drank, and then I ended up throwing up everywhere, and I remember I spent the whole night just throwing up and passing out, and then I woke up the next morning, and they were taking pictures. And then, like, I woke up next morning.
Right.
No, not pictures of me. I'm saying, like, they took pictures of the night they had. They had, like, a great night that I was not a part of.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I woke up the next morning and they were just showing me all these pictures. And I was like, wow, y'all had a great night. And I was throwing up and sleeping. And I felt really bad about myself. But after that night, I, like, didn't like drinking. I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like you should do anything to, like, make yourself have fun. You don't need alcohol to have fun and stuff. So, whatever. It wasn't until I honestly, like, met this guy in my life. I met this guy named Caesar. And
another one now deceased.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually dead.
Oh my God.
But when I met him, me and him drank every single day.
So that's when it started.
That's when it really started.
Oh.
And I didn't know that.
How old were you then?
I was like 22.
Okay.
22. And I didn't realize that drinking every day was abnormal. It was just that we were having so much fun.
Right.
Like, we were just going to
Because y'all
clubs.
young. Y'all 22.
Yeah, like, so we're going.
You're
So,
young.
but every single day.
Yeah, but that's what you can
we
do
were
when you're
drinking.
young. That's what we did when we was 22. Drinking.
So then I thought, this is the time of my life. I'm not an alcoholic. This is the time of my life.
Right.
So then he goes to jail. He goes to jail, and when he goes to jail, my whole life spirals. At that point, I'm drinking in the morning. I'm drinking constantly. He's not even there. It's not fun. I'm just doing it because that's what we did.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
So I go to my shift at work. I worked at a restaurant that was a fancy restaurant that was it was
nice.
good. It was a good job.
Uh-huh.
A job that you want to keep. And I went to that job drunk. I was drunk. I came to that job and I was pissy drunk. Huh?
I'm just saying my mouth open like, you came there drunk? I never went to work drunk. Like,
I was pissed. I was pissy drunk. I was pissy drunk. I mean, I was calling the owner of the restaurant the wrong name.
Damn, you was toe up.
And I was hugging him. Hi, Brandon. The wrong name. And then my manager pulled me in the office. He's like, "You're drunk." He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm not drunk."
yeah, because that's what drunk people say.
He was like, "You are drunk." He's like, "What made you think to do this?" And I was like, I started like breaking down. I was like, "I don't know. I'm just going through so much." Yeah. And he was just like, "Go home." And I went home. He didn't fire me.
That's
he did
good.
not fire me that day, but I got fired eventually. But he did not fire
I could
me.
imagine, bitch.
He did not fire me that day.
So, babe,
Huh?
when was how old were you when you took your first sip?
I don't recall the actual age, but I know I was a young teenager.
Ooh, babe.
With friends. I was also dating a guy, and we would go to like a little hood corner stores, and there's always like either homeless men or whatever hanging outside the stores. So we just like give them like a $10 bill. Our shit probably costs like $4 or $5.
Right.
And like, you keep the change, but bring us the liquor.
Right.
And yeah.
You just went from there?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you realize that you
were
addicted?
Opposite of my sister. I didn't really go out. I was like home. I was a homebody. I would like lock myself in my room. But I would also drink. I don't think it started off drinking heavy, but it eventually got to that point. But I would just be in my room, probably scrolling on fucking MySpace, I don't know, and just drinking.
But what I mean is like, Asha had an event that happened in her life for her to start drinking more. Her boyfriend went to jail, so their thing was to drink all the time.
Ooh.
What type of event or what happened for you to trigger for you to constantly drink every day? Like you didn't give a fuck about drinking.
It was cause I'm a very introverted person. So when I'm around people, I don't really talk. I'm kind of like to myself. I could be fine in a room full of people, just me and my thoughts.
Right.
And I really didn't like that about myself. I wanted to be like a social butterfly, like how my other friends were.
Right.
And drinking really helped. It would make me befriend strangers quickly. And it was something like, like when you smoke weed, you hang around weed smokers.
Right.
If you drink, you hang around other people that drink. And I don't know. I think it just developed over time. It wasn't like a weird traumatic event that happened. It was just something that loosened me up from being so uptight. It allowed me to tear my walls down around strangers. And just from there, I just haven't put the bottle down yet.
I feel, can I piggyback on that a little bit? Because I feel like that is the epitome of a lot of drinkers. I feel like people are so seclusive and they are so introverted and they don't actually want to be that way.
Yeah.
And they have social anxiety. And I feel like when you drink it obviously when you drink it shuts down parts of your brain.
Right.
Yeah.
And the parts of your brain that it shuts down is the nervous system. And that's why you have no more. That's what they call it.
Bitch ain't nervous no more.
That's what they call it, liquid courage, because you don't have that nerves anymore.
Yeah.
And so it makes you feel like I can just say anything. I can just be myself. And I don't even care if anybody judges me.
Right.
If they don't judge me, if they judge me, I don't give a shit.
I don't even know these niggas.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But like when you're sober, you have those fears, and then
That
it
conversation
all
in your head
goes away.
Yeah.
That argument, that false argument you have in the shower, where you're just like arguing. But like it all goes away. Like when you're drinking, because like when you're drinking, it all just takes all those fears all away.
Okay, so y'all, we had to take a little break. Had to roll up again because, I ain't think it was going to get this deep. Man. I ain't lying to you. Whoo. Ladies.
We live.
Ladies.
Come on, let's go with the show.
But I would like to add that my dad was a drinker. A heavy drinker. I'm not sure I'm pretty sure that he drunk like hard liquor, but I knew that he drunk beer on Milwaukee.
Nasty.
And he told me this story one time when I was younger. He was like, he was riding around the car one day with his homeboy, and I was in the back seat. Not in no car seat. I'm knocked out, sleep, balled up in the fetal position. He got pulled over. The officer knew my daddy because he was well known. Mm-hmm. The officer looked in the back seat like, man, Ben, your baby not in the car seat. You're drinking, you're driving. You know, anything could happen. You know, y'all could get into a car wreck. You could die. The baby could die. Like, anything could really happen.
Yeah, that shit happen now. That shit happen now. I watch the news.
After that, I really think my daddy had stopped drinking. Because he didn't drink anymore. Like, when I got older, my daddy wasn't drinking.
I don't drink around you no more.
But no. But he wasn't drinking when I was that age. He had stopped. Because I was about 2-3 years old when it happened. And he told me, he was like, because if anything would have happened, your mama was going to fucking kill me. Because she didn't know that we went out of town. Like, my mama don't even know this story. So, mama, if you're listening, yeah, my daddy took me out of town. So, yeah. But I'm not a heavy drinker. You know, I drink on occasions or whatever. But, babe, you did say that you, like, taking perk 30s and tabs and all that.
Perk 30, I got a perk 30.
Yeah, perk 60, I got a perk 60.
Y'all stupid. What made you started taking those?
Oh, I think the first time I got introduced to a Percocet, not even a Percocet, a Loratab, was after getting like dental work or something.
Yeah, because they do big tabs
Definitely
after you get your tooth pulled.
teenager.
Okay.
I remember it just taking every fucking thing that was going on with me away. Including the pain. But like also psychological shit like thoughts and like I was happy than a motherfucker. I mean, I'm floating around this bitch. And that was something that I wanted to
continue to do.
Yeah, I wanted to continue to feel that.
I don't like feeling like that.
To be a reality.
Yeah. I want that to be my reality. I'm tired of being sad all the time. I want to be happy.
Oh, so they make you
time.
happy. They make you sleepy.
I call it my happy pill.
They my sleepy pill.
I'm sad or depressed.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Go
It's
ahead.
okay.
So
Go.
I actually got prescribed Percocets when I had Alex.
Ooh, a baby. Yeah.
So when I had Alex, I got prescribed Percocets afterwards for like, I had got prescribed it for like 2 weeks. And when I tell you that Big Mama came over and I don't even like talking to her. And I was like, what's up? What's going on? Like, I was just so energetic to talk to her.
Yeah.
Like, I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, Percocets are amazing. Like, they prescribed me like pure Percocets. And I felt so happy. Like, I was like, and then I realized you can abuse it.
Of course.
Because you're supposed to take one, right?
Right.
But then I started taking like 2. And then I started taking 3.
Oh, wow.
A day, you know?
Oh, I thought you meant at a time. I was like, girl, you...
No, like a day.
Okay.
Oh, a day. You supposed to take one Percocet a day after having a child? I don't think that's
It's been a long time.
Okay.
It's been a long time. I don't know.
I think you could pop more than one in a day.
It's been a long time. You probably could have popped like 2 days. But I was like, the energy that I felt, the overwhelming, just like
joy and happiness.
And I'm just like, it was everyone.
Yes.
Like,
just give me a hug.
Yes. I felt like the world was just giving me a hug.
Yes.
From existing. I'm just like, thank you.
I also think that's the reason why a lot of people connected with this TV show Euphoria.
Yeah.
Because that shit was deep. That shit was real. And she was sniffing Percocets.
Oh.
She was. How do you know those Percocets?
Because...
Okay.
No, I want to know. People want to know.
It wasn't... Okay.
Tell the people, because I don't fucking know.
She wasn't sniffing Percocets.
Okay.
She was sniffing Roxy's.
Oh, so
which is the thing. It's the same ingredients.
I don't like Roxy's.
It's the same ingredients.
it's the same ingredients as what?
It's the Percocet has the same ingredients as a Roxy.
Okay.
The only difference between a Percocet is lower in dosage, and it also has Tylenol in it.
Okay.
That what makes a Percocet a Percocet.
Okay.
A Roxy, however, has no cut.
Okay.
It's just straight oxycodone,
Okay.
which is the active ingredient in Percocet.
Okay.
If you pop a Perc 30,
In Percocet.
If you pop a Perc 30,
that's
Pop
a
a
Roxy.
a Roxy. Okay.
That's a Roxy. They don't have Percocet.
So
Not that I know of.
that's actually really crazy because when I was in high school, I actually took Oxy. Just like with no regard. Like I had a boyfriend who was like, yeah, he went to get an Oxy, and I was like, yeah.
Why not? We're just sitting around in English. Why not?
I'm just 16.
Fuck these math equations.
Doesn't matter. And it was the time that I had to take a test. I had to take the test.
Did you fail it?
I got masteries on my test, and I could not
Kids
even
don't do
remember.
drugs.
Mastery.
This is not.
This is not advertisement for Perc 30s.
Right.
You will not pop them and pass tests, okay? Do not listen to this.
Please. Moving along.
Okay.
Moving
All right.
along.
Next topic. Get this whole question.
All right. But real talk. If you guys were able to stop, get clean, not drink at all, not pop any pills or whatever, and you've been clean for a year, what would you be doing?
Asha, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I feel like I would be getting into real estate maybe, because honestly this is just like my newfound thing that I've actually been really interested in.
Okay.
Is real estate. I feel like everyone my whole life told me that I'd be really good at it. And
I mean, you selling these stories, girl.
Okay.
and I just feel like I'd be really good at that. So I feel like that would be something I would like get my real estate license and just like get into that. So yeah.
All right, what was the question?
But if you were clean for a whole year, what would
I
you be doing?
Oh, I think I would be taking the time to like get to know myself on a for real. I don't know what I mean. No. Because I feel like when I'm high, which is a lot of the time, I don't process things. I just allow shit to happen around me, and I'm not really a part of it or making a decision. Dissociating myself from life. So I feel like a year from now, I would be more present in life.
Okay.
Maybe in order to get a real estate license, or
we could be a team, real estate sisters.
Bitch, we could be selling buildings, bitch.
Hell motherfucking yeah.
Manifesting. Okay, ladies.
All right.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important it is for y'all to quit?
It's very important.
Bitch, a number.
On a
Scale
scale
of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, on a 10.
A 10.
I feel like anybody who's out there who's dealing with addiction and they are, wanting to have a better life, and they're just so kind of obsessive with whatever they're addicted to, it's normal. It's normal to be scared to stop what you're obsessed about.
Yes.
It's very normal.
Because your whole life changes.
Exactly, but your life changes in a good way. And I'm saying this from a person who has not changed my life in a good way.
That's okay.
But,
we gonna get there.
I'm just saying that I know for 100% sure that if you want to get clean and stop whatever you're obsessive over, or whatever addiction you have, you are going to be happy. I promise you. Because that's all addicts want is happiness.
Yes.
And honestly,
yes, that's a word.
Yes.
That's a word.
And
That's a word.
honestly, that's actually what we're searching for when we do our addiction. Do you understand? Like when we are in our addiction, that's actually the only thing we're actually wanting.
Right.
Is happiness.
Right.
And if it's temporary happiness,
Right.
that's okay for us, but that's like what we want.
Right.
So
Because like I
overall-
said, my addiction is shopping.
Oh,
If I'm serious, if I'm stressed, I just go shopping. I'm for real, and I be having the extra money, but knowing damn well I don't even supposed to be spending that money. But I'm in the store picking up shit.
Nobody's saving any coins.
Picking
I'm drinking
up
the money.
shit.
She buying the money online on Amazon.
I'm really just shopping, but that makes me happy. Just like you just said. That definitely makes me happy. But at the end of the day,
that's Auntie Menta. Auntie Menta shops.
Auntie Minka, don't listen to this. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Calling out people. She dropping names.
Right. I have to get their permission first, Asha.
Disclosure, NDA. Anywho's.
But have you guys ever, like real talk, have you guys ever did like inpatient, outpatient rehab? Okay, so
I've done outpatient rehab, and it worked wonders on me. I mean, the way that I changed my mindset and everything, it was incredible.
What made you quit?
It was was it Christmas? I forget, but there was like something that made them shut down for a holiday.
Was it like COVID? Oh, a holiday.
A holiday where they shut down, and when they shut down, because I wasn't going
bitch,
there,
they left you by yourself.
I just went back.
okay.
Damn, that's sad, bro.
Did you ever try inpatient, outpatient?
I want to. I have never successfully finished the program. I've reached out. Why? I guess deep down, I know I need to quit, but the lighter part of me doesn't really want to.
Yeah, you have to do it when you're ready. And I feel like that's very important. Because the only reason why I did the outpatient treatment is because I was ready to stop. And then when I kind of relapsed and started drinking again, after that, I was not ready to go back. I was not ready to get help. I was not ready to get better. And it's sad, but it's just true. I just didn't feel that ready feeling, and I still don't feel that.
Yeah, it's like I know I need to. Yeah, I have to. Not I need to. I need to. But
it's just that
tomorrow.
Ready. Yeah, tomorrow. But then, so for example, you say tomorrow.
That's my excuse always.
So tomorrow.
Definitely.
That's
definitely her excuse.
Can I say something? When you say tomorrow, you kind of give yourself gratification instantly without actually doing it.
That's what I need.
Yeah, like
That's not what I need.
You didn't actually like. It's like saying I'm gonna clean the house tomorrow. You give yourself as if you already cleaned the house.
Yeah.
So you have that feeling as if you already
did
clean.
it.
Yeah, in your mind. And so the same thing with I'm gonna stop drinking tomorrow. So then you're drunk while you're thinking this.
Right.
You're drunk while you're thinking it, and you're like, I'm gonna get clean tomorrow. Yeah, everything's gonna start tomorrow. But you're saying it as if you've already done it. Yeah. So it makes it feel like it's already done. So
you never
when it
do
comes,
it.
and
you can't do what's already done.
Exactly, because you're giving yourself that false
hope.
Hope that it's already happened.
I'm so thankful for y'all coming on here.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so happy that y'all came on here.
Thank you.
Because I feel like this was like a form of therapy for y'all.
And I hope somebody out there hears our situation and
right.
at least could relate.
Willing to help. You know, I know that y'all say y'all not ready, but you know, they kind of like reach out. Because it's a lot of people that's dealing with addiction, man. And it's just so hard for people to actually say that
niggas dying.
I'm ready.
Niggas is dying.
I'm ready. But I do want to say this positive affirmation to you guys. And for the ones that has relapsed, like Asha, she even mentioned that she had relapsed. So this is for people who have relapsed. Okay. There is no shame in beginning again, for you get a chance to build a bigger and better than before. Okay. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back, because I don't think y'all heard me. There is no shame in beginning again, for you get a chance to build a bigger and better than before. Yeah. Hey. When I bring these ladies back, hopefully they be saying, hey, I took their first step and I'm ready to talk about it. All right. That's my time. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to all platforms at Realistically Speaking with KB. Period. And don't forget to tell a friend. Live, laugh, love.